Applause, thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, boys and girls. For the first time, I'm at a loss for words. I'm really so appreciative to you learners for giving me the opportunity to be of service to you. You don't realize the background that I come from, because half of my teaching life was spent being caught up with an addiction. And that was a catalyst for me to start far. And that is why I care so much for learners, especially the ones who are using and who are misdirected and who are just unable to make any kind of progress in their lives. And I know there are many of you. I've had you in my office, and I think that every time you came to my office, I didn't condemn you. I felt that it wasn't the way to go. I rather would listen to you and find a way to make your life better. I think that, when you enter these gates, you boys and girls, you need to look at this beautiful building. Look at this as an educational institution, and also look at your future. Even though you might be in grade 8, getting to grade 12 won't be long. The moving finger writes, and having read moves on. Nor all thy piety, nor all thy wit shall lure it back to cancel half a line. Nor all thy tears wash away a word of it. Those are lines from a powerful poet, a mystical poet. And when I use the word mystical, if you're a mystic, you are examining the relationship between humanity and God. And there are many poets like that, that use their creative juices to explain what life is all about. So, I was sitting in my office today and thinking about the long road that I had traveled over this past 40 years. And the day, this year I'm going to be 21 years clean and sober. And the day that I sobered up was a turning point in my life. It was a catalyst for me to get that drive and that force, that powerful force that I have, where you learners, if you're confronted by me, you're going to listen no matter what, because you know that Stefo is around. And the most difficult of learners, I don't know if you know, I've come across some learners in the past that were really, really difficult, that were involved in gang warfares, that were involved in shootings. And I managed to get through to a lot of these learners. So, I just want to say that I've had a lot of successes. But when we talk about failures, it doesn't mean that I failed you. It just means that you weren't ready to make progress. And talking about FAR, I had a lot of ideas about FAR. And I wanted to create a group of learners that were able to have a platform to be able to speak to other people of their age. But I didn't progress far enough because I wanted to create discourse between the high schools here in Wentworth, especially when that violence was going on. And I know that during that time where people were getting killed, there were a lot of learners here at school who were traumatized. And I thought that FAR could have played a greater role by being able to be, deal with the counseling of these learners, and bring in the other high schools to create a discussion around this. So, I believe that, when you look at FAR, I didn't take it to the mindset that I wanted. I didn't have the time. Look, I'm getting retired. I didn't say I'm going to stop FAR. I did say I'm going to pop in next year. But I don't have real clarity about the future that I'm going to have. But I know I'm going to be a very, very busy man. And I think that it is you learners who have created that mindset in me, not to just sit at home and wallow away and melt away into nothing. I still have a lot of work to do. I still have a lot of community work to do. And I think that I'm going to really forge ahead and enjoy my retirement. I had a learner a few years back. His name was Jedlin Jansen. And Jedlin had some problems in Matric. He was being bullied to a point where he got assaulted. And he left school in Matric, but I had his number. Well, he had my number. And he was messaging me, and I asked him, "Hey, Jedlin, what are you going to be doing?" He said to me, "Hey, sir, I'm into music." So I said, "What kind of music are you into?" He said, "Amapiano." So, when he spoke about Amapiano, I thought, what the hell is this Amapiano? Is it music played with a piano? But I read up on this last night, and I came up with a lot of information that Amapiano started in townships. It's a new kind of music that has now taken the world by storm. And everybody overseas now wants to listen to this genre of music. And I know many of you who are creative learners are busy experimenting and making your own music. And that is so great, It's so great because South Africa does have this culture of music, and it does have this way in which young people experiment with music. And that is what you need to do. You need to explore your creativity, and you need to also be thinking about your future, and also you need to, have an idea of what you want to be one day. There are very, very successful South Africans overseas, and when I watched the rugby, I really felt proud to be a South African when we became world champions once again. So don't, I always say, if you want to go overseas and you're caught up with being an American, you must always think about your own country first, and also go see your own country first, because this is the most beautiful country ever. And with that, boys and girls, I want to wish you all the best for the exams. I want to wish you all the best for your future. And if you feel you're confronted with issues that is holding you back, remember that there's a big, big world out there. You don't need to stay in Umlazi for the rest of your life. You don't need to stay in Wentworth for the rest of your life. The world is your oyster, and you need to explore that world. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Come on, we can do better. Let's say bye to Mr. Stephanus. Let's put our hands together. Thank you, learners. Thank you. Mr. Stephanus, we have come to the end of this program, but every class rep